Hey, what's up, guys? All right. Well, you're like, hey, Rodney, what are you doing out here? No, actually, you know what you're saying? Hey, are those really gold shorts? Yes, they are gold shorts. Because I love gold. Yeah, that was terrible. You're probably wondering what we're doing. Well, we're being awesome, as usual. What we're going to do is we're going to take this totally awesome recap off. Yeah, this is a retread. Highway Patrol, baby. And we're going to, whoa, man, it looks like it's fixing to rain. We was hoping to go to the track tonight, but I don't know. It's not looking too good. We're going to fix our suspension issues with this car. And you know how? That's right, baby. Tom Brady. Touchdown! We paid a mind-boggling $4.88 from our local Walmart for this Grip Right 100 made by Franklin. It's junior size and weight, which is perfect. So we've let most of the air out of it. We're going to slide this bad boy in here and see if for $5 if we can get a little satisfaction. Just make the car leave a little more level. So anyway, that's what we got going on. And hopefully, if it doesn't rain and all this other mumbo jumbo, we're going to take this thing back to the track. We're going to try and do a little thingamajig here and there. We got another, we don't really know what our issue is with the car. When you change gears, it just, we don't know what's going on. We made a small fuel pressure adjustment. That's not going to help. And I've got another A9P to try in the car. To be honest, we don't know why it's doing what it's doing. We went and looked at the grounds. Everything looks okay. We can't find anything obvious, but obviously something's happening. It's just killing the ET. So I've got another A9P that we'll put in and try just out of curiosity. Sometimes the capacitors start leaking in the EECs and it causes all kinds of crazy stuff, these cars to do crazy things. So I haven't actually pulled that one apart, but I know the silver car's A9P seems to work fine. So we're just, you know, grasping at straws. So anyway, well, I tell you what, let me turn you guys off. It's 849 degrees outside. Jack's laying under the van over there. It's too hot for him to even come over here and bitch about it. That's how hot it is. And let me get back to work, get this tire off, get this control arm down. Let's get this football in the spring. Oh, intercepted! And let's see if we can go to the track and make a big difference. Gronk spike. Okay, that's so good. All right, see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. We got it stuck in there, and it literally took us probably how's that look? Does that look race car? Dude, I'm telling you, that looks race car to me, bro. All right, well, there we go. Now all we gotta do is put the tire back on, load the car, and man, we'll see how this weather does. Feeling good enough to come back out in the world? Yeah, don't get in no more trouble. Get yourself all banged up, goof. So, yeah, I know. You've been laying out by the van so long you think it's your house. So, all right, guys, we are leaving the secret facility on our way to the track. We're running a little bit behind, but not a big deal. It's hotter than Hades out here. But we swapped the computer. We took the A9P that was in this car that I got out of the junkyard, or out of a it was out of the junkyard, for the A9P that was in the silver car that we know works good. All right, guys, first pass of the night with the football. Hopefully we won't miss his gears. Should have probably just jinked myself. Man, we got the race to the bike. unloading the tires and everything out of the car, putting them up in the shop. So it's time for the blah 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 blah. I'll keep this one short and sweet, since we don't have much to report, except that we pretty much sucked again. We're starting to suck a little bit more than we're doing good, I think, but if there was a silver lining, our first pass showed what the car is capable of when everything's functioning properly. And I think in some cool weather, there's a definitely a 720 in it. That's not even a doubt. Maybe a high 17. But we do have issues with something's going on with the ignition. Now, it could be a multitude of things. We've pretty much eliminated that it was a computer, we think. It could be the TPS sensor. Those things will act wonky from time to time. It could be the coil. It could be the PIP sensor. It could be the TFI module. There's a few things that could be causing our issue that seems to come and go. That's what's always sucks about stuff like that. It doesn't do it consistently. It comes and goes. So hopefully we're gonna dig into this a little bit more and see if we can come to a resolution on it. But we didn't make a lot of passes. We only made 5. One of our guy we know was up there with his turbo Volkswagen Beetle. It's a home-brewed carburetor, home-built motor type deal, and it's the first time he's had it out in like 5 years. So we were kind of hanging out with him a little bit and stuff like that. And that car actually went 710 at 97 miles an hour, which is not bad considering it hadn't been out in 5 years. And our phone was full, so we didn't do a lot of filming, and it's just a bunch of excuses. So anyway, we had a good time hanging out, and just make some passes, and could have been better, could have been worse. So let's get to the numbers real quick and wrap this up. All right, guys, we're going full on ghetto style, right on the cooler. Our first pass was our best pass, 151, 734 at 91.7. This is what the car should be running pretty much all the time, but unfortunately it's not. We pulled around to make another pass, and 60 foot was good, but then it started missing once it gets loaded, and it slowed down, lost a mile an hour, lost a tenth. Then we just hot lapped it and promptly clanked a gear second. Of course, saw that on the video, like a beast. Then we pulled back around for our redemption run, and it just popped and banged and everything else. It was just garbage. So we made one more pass at the end of the night, and we ended up with that. 60 foots are good, just not ETing because it's missing. So we got to get that fixed, or we're just going to keep showing up with stuff like that, which sucks. So let's get back to the quickie rappy-uppy. And there you have it, 5-card Monty. And like I say, that 34, I thought we were on to something with that first pass, but then it just went downhill from there. So, but we're going to figure it out. We got other cars to be working on. We got to be working on Trojan Horse. We got to be working on the brain. We got to be working on the LTD. I don't know where these videos will fall in place as far as coming out, so I have to be careful what I say about this, that, or the other. But we got a lot to do. So, and we need this. Just one more problem we got to try and figure out with this car, getting it squared away and taking up time. So anyway, all right, and as always, thanks for watching, subscribing, and especially commenting. I like the interaction. I always say that. So with that, I bid you adieu, and doing the magic thing. We need to put some magic on this. Thanks for watching.